Okay, I believe that we're streaming out there to the people. So while I'm waiting for confirmation of that, I'm gonna of course ask everyone out there to go to hankstrange.com,
Oh,
sign up for the email list. Lola's putting out those newsletters to you guys, as well as Lola's got deals and different things up there. We've got lots of information that you can use to figure out where we are, what social media we're on, etc. We're also selling the patches up there, so check that out. We got some cool patches. And while supplies last, with the patches, we're sending out gunvote stickers. So I might actually make some other stickers to send out since it seems like people like to get free stickers. So
No, nobody likes that.
yeah.
free stick.
so,
Oh, and let me
so we're
clarify something here for you
oh
free
boy,
sticker people.
oh boy.
I paid for those fucking free stickers, by the way. So, because I'm a
Walter,
member of
it's
the
early.
National Shooting Sports Foundation, and I don't
Oh
got a
boy.
single damn one of those. Okay, so
I'll save you. I'll save you one. I'll save you
actually,
one.
I have one on. There's one on a file cabinet here.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. Listen, let me press the open and get this going here. And
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation.
kaboom!
Lifestyle.
Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We are live. Let's see the jazz hands, fellas. Come on, Walter, Babyface P. There goes the jazz hands. All right, there we go. It's a free-for-all Monday. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on, because this is episode 648 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Free for All Monday. Like I said, we're talking about the Remington auction, the news of that broke over the weekend, as well as other things. Joining us, there he goes, Babyface P.
I had an awful weekend.
Uh-oh.
I
Studying.
spent the entirety of the weekend on the couch with a laptop studying. I did not burn myself like Walter looks like he did.
oh, that's not a burn. I did something this morning, but you go finish your weekend. I'll tell you about.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
No, so I am studying for a Google Associate Cloud Engineer exam, and it's very difficult. And I spent the entire weekend just to realize that I'm really not prepared. So I kicked it back 2 more weeks.
Well,
So,
thank
God.
Here's the plan. You just do A, B, B, C, C, A, B, 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 A.
And
you
that's
fail
how
miserably.
it cost me $125. No, I kicked it back 2 more weeks, so I'm going to continue studying. But
Okay.
it was awful. It rained all weekend, and I sat on the couch and sat in front of my laptop, and it sucked. It was a shitty weekend.
You guys got more rain than we did. 'Cause
It
we didn't get
wasn't.
much.
It didn't rain the whole time. I did some videos. It was cool in the morning.
I didn't get to
Saturday.
do any shooting, and I was very sad.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't in a good mood. He wanted to check out that P80. He didn't get a chance.
Seriously, I told Marley, I was like, listen, I'm going to take the afternoon off on Sunday. I'm going to go shoot the video, the P80. And then I started, I took the practice exam and failed it miserably and was like, well, I'm not going to shoot if I failed the practice.
Let's not embarrass ourselves.
So
Yeah, you're
whatever.
roboting there a little bit, Walter.
that was the
Yeah.
longest
I'm
embarrassing.
roboting a lot.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Anyways, I didn't get to shoot this weekend, but I kicked it back 2 more weeks. So, and I was supposed to take the exam tomorrow, so I took the whole day, or I took half a day. So I was like, do you guys mind if I just continue taking half a day and not going to work the afternoon? And they were all like, yeah, that's fine. So at least I have an afternoon off tomorrow to do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy. But do some studying. All right, Walter. By the way, the show is brought to you tonight by Safety Harbor Firearms. That'll be Walter and the rest of the Keller family. Shout out to everyone out there. Smash the thumbs ups as you guys are coming in. We do appreciate that.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Walter, what's up with you, Walt?
The weekend I went Saturday. I went and worked on one of the truck we've been working on over the last couple months here. Got the wheels back on it. Got it rolling under its own power again. Still got to do a few more things. Sunday started out nice. Kind of a normal Sunday morning. I went outside, had to cut the grass because the yard looked like the jungle. And my dad had mentioned that he was coming up with my brother-in-law who lives in Hilton Head, but nobody told me for sure that they were coming up. So I'm walking up from the backyard, getting ready to cut the front yard or with the weed whacker, and all of a sudden there's my dad and my brother-in-law on the front porch.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished my work, and then we went to lunch. Oh, let me tell you about that. So went to lunch, had a nice lunch. Came back to the house. My brother-in-law's brother wanted to talk to me about guns. He lives up near Chicago, up in the communist state of Illinois.
Isn't your brother-in-law's brother your brother-in-law also? Just asking for a friend.
I don't know if that's considered that. That's
Brother-in-law's brother.
My brother-in-law's.
So it's not your wife's brother. It's
my sister's husband's brother.
Okay, that's really confusing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he thinks I'm like, he wants like, I need to get an autograph. Anyway, so I'm like, really?
What?
But okay, he's driving in the car and we're talking, right? And we go, He's going down the road. We're in my kitchen, talking to him, and I could tell that his wife was in the car, and everything was cool. We're talking about guns, this, that, and the other, and he's asking me questions about AR-15s and what gun you get for home defense.
These people were some formerly not believers in gun people.
No, he's not a leftist by any means. He's a Trump supporter and everything else, but he just didn't have any.
Oh, he didn't have any.
In a bad part of the country.
Yeah.
Now he feels the need. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has every other kind of weapon you can think of: baseball bats, knives, all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about stuff, and all of a sudden he swings the camera around to the back seat, and there's his father-in-law, and he's a fucking communist. And all of a sudden he goes off like these people on TV.
Mm-hmm.
In a rage.
The father-in-law?
Yeah, the father-in-law just starts cussing and talking and calling me names and everything else.
Really?
I don't even know this old fucker. So, but
okay,
the
show's already in the toilet.
Oh yeah, the funny part is that the old commie, everybody in his family knows he's an old leftist commie, and none of them are that way.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
So, it's the strangest thing, But he was, how you see these leftist women go into a rage.
Yeah.
About. Well, that's what he was doing. This dude was going in the back seat, just going. It's like, what the fuck do you do?
What?
Watching too much MSNBC. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I did say that he lived in the communist state of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that guy.
Yeah.
No, in a suburb of Chicago, we've never left. I think Addison. He said Addison.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a discussion, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't mind him. He's a fucking communist." So anyway,
what? Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
And this morning I started my day out with the dermatologist.
Let's see.
You got
So
something
you
cut
burned
off.
Let's see. Show that again, Walt. We didn't see that.
This got burned. This is burned, and it's all like it's gonna fall off, I guess.
Yeah.
This was
That's
cut
nasty.
off.
Yeah.
Then I had something on my back done. I got poked with needles.
God, this sounds awful.
Actually, it wasn't that bad. I mean, if you freak out about getting little pricks with needles, I guess.
I hate them.
Yeah. Everyone hates little pricks with needles.
Little
little prick without a needle is bad, but a little prick with a needle is a lot worse.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if anybody else saw this video. This is kind of another subject, and we'll move along to something.
Right.
I was on Facebook this afternoon. I was busy. I didn't have much time on the internet today, and I'm looking a little bit, and I ran across this one where these, I guess it was like Black Lives Matter. These little twerps were yelling at somebody in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see that big guy come out? And these are not that's not white on black or black, and this is black on black.
Mm-hmm.
The little one's yelling at it, and the other little one runs up, and he's yelling. All of a sudden, this big black guy comes out, picks that little fucker up, and just body slams him. He just picked him up and went boom. And then the funny part is, all those those Black Lives Matter people with that little guy all left him there. They just took off. So there's no bring your dead buddies with you home or anything, or no man left behind. It's just like
no.
Look, once people start getting their asses kicked, everyone.
This guy got slammed, man.
Every man for himself.
Yeah. By the way, as everyone's coming in here, smash the thumbs ups. we're listening to Walter. Walter had an awesome weekend hanging out. It
My
seems, on.
My brother and my dad, they did a hit and run mission. They came in, went to lunch. I got all the latest news on the family and the crap on everybody, and then they hauled ass.
Oh, okay, that's good. If they move it, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep going. There's a whole bunch of different things going on. Everyone coming in right now, smash those thumbs ups. Like I said, we've got so much to get into. I don't know where everyone wants to start. We can start wherever the folks want to. I don't know if anyone needs any shout outs. Babyface, you did put up a video today. I think it's shooting
the Polish Tantal.
The Tantal.
First test fire. It went really well. Hank, did you see any of that video?
Unlike you, I look at your videos.
You sponsored it with a hat spot.
Yeah, with a hat spot. I think
You
I
didn't
know.
look
I
at
saw,
it,
I
did
saw
you?
the Gun Nerd shirt. I didn't.
Gun nerd and a hat.
Oh, okay. And then I saw Jeff was in the video. I looked at. I'm not like you. I look at your videos from time to time.
Listen, I typically watch your stuff, but
I always
this
look at your
weekend-
videos just to see if Babyface is gonna say, shout out to Hank Strange.
I had a nice shirt and a nice hat on.
He
Oh,
did.
hey, look at this. By the way, go over there.
Oh, look at that. Of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go get a little Homer action going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's not Homer. That's Tactical
Oh,
Fact.
okay. By the way, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Walt.
I didn't say that. That's homie. Oh, sorry. No.
Yeah. No, I saw the Gun Nerd shirt, but the video looked good. It looked like you had fun with that.
Yeah, it was good. It shot really well. Up Polish Tantal, 5.45 with that big old break on the end. It is like a pussycat shoot.
Pussycat. Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But that wire stock's got to go. Oh, that full
Painful.
stock is.
Get you a nice laminated stock like that.
That's what I'm trying to. But shot great. So video went up today, and starting next week, maybe we'll start the MP5. So that might come out next week. We'll see.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. You haven't welded the living daylights out of that MP5 yet?
Oh, you should see it. I'm almost ready for a test spot. I did.
I know he's just secretly grinding away on that thing.
You should see if you wanted to see it, I'd go grab the receiver to show you the rear sight, because I did that over the last week.
Is this a good thing or not?
It's
not
on.
a good thing. Oh, boy.
It's just got some weld to it. Let's say that. My welds aren't the prettiest things ever, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's my gun. I put it all together myself.
Yes, you
all
could.
that matters.
It's your party, and you could cry if you want to.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah. I don't know if the best thing to practice on would be your MP5 kit.
Listen,
But,
it starts to look like an MP5.
Mm-hmm.
You should have got You got a sent me kit. You built a sent me, didn't you?
I have a receiver that does not want to work for me. The rail twisted a little bit, and I'm just having it's a fucking nightmare trying to get the rails.
Yeah.
I need to get that jig so I can square it.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah. Matt Morrison says, "Where is this video?" I'm assuming he's talking about the Babyface video.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP.
Yeah, let me see. I'll pull it up right now. I'll pull it up real quick here for him. Let's see where Babyface is actually wearing a Hank Strange shirt.
And a hat.
And a hat. But I think when Babyface came over, whatever weekend that was, Lola was not in the mood. She wouldn't even I don't think she spoke to you.
That was your son's birthday weekend or something, or
You guys are busy.
Yeah. It was it was my younger son's birthday. Look at that. Look, he's rocking a Gun Nerd shirt and a Hank Strange hat. And he didn't catch on fire or anything like that. So, let me see. I'm gonna try to fast forward in here and show. Where's Jeff? Hold on.
He's in the middle, the high speed. He did some slow mo of him.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Jeff. Getting his debut on camera. Yeah. Why'd you have to slow him down doing the rocking? It makes him look like.
So I showed him the footage.
Funny. That's so
I showed him the footage. I was like, "Do you want to do it again?" And he was like, "It looks all right." And I was like, "Okay, if you want to look like tactical, you can do it again. I don't mind. We got ammo." And he was like, "It's fine."
What did Jeff say when he actually saw this though?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet today, so.
Oh, because it's like, here I go, Rocky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in. Yeah.
No, that
That's
thing
funny.
is 545 is my favorite. It's just all around my favorite cartridge. It never dissatisfies me. Love it.
Yeah. So yeah, check that out on Babyface P while you're over there. Subscribe to the channel.
Yes, please.
Let's see what else going on. Okay, so we had this Remington thing. This Remington thing went down.
Yeah, but
And it's been going down. Go ahead. What's up?
no, it went down, but what everybody was chatting about before was completely wrong.
Yeah, they did.
Completely wrong, by the way.
I have a feeling they put in a bid for it, but
Yeah, I mean, all this process is still shaking out, right? So it's been going on for a while, and a couple of weeks ago, people were putting in bids, and some people were saying that, hey, this is this company buying this or that, but it's not really the end. Even this is not really the end. I think
this is the end.
it's close. It's close to the end.
This is the end.
Unless the primary bidder backs out, then this is it.
And what that means, if the money falls through, then the second guy gets a shot at it. That's the financing. Yeah.
But most of these guys, I guarantee, are not falling through. What they got, I think, is awesome. They got the best parts of Remington.
Yeah. So let's do this. I'll quickly show people. If you haven't seen the video, it's on the main YouTube channel. It's called Breaking News Remington Breakup. Who gets what? And you guys could go check that out. And then also, what's up, Walt? What's up?
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, I read about all those other brands that went to different people. What about the Remington stuff?
That's getting kept, I imagine.
I think the name. So my understanding is the
870 Model 700.
I think that's all getting kept.
I'm not sure exactly because I think that the Remington name is going to whoever got the main ammunition stuff, and that's going on things over there. But I'm not 100% sure. All of that stuff, we'll have to see exactly how that all unfolds.
They weren't liquidating everything. They were breaking up the company to settle debts. So I'm guessing who owns.
No, I think the whole company is getting.
No. It wasn't. It was broken up to settle previous debts. So I think what happened is they sold off things so they could cover their debts and keep running Remington as its own brand. They just won't manufacture ammunition anymore. Who knows what name's going to be on the box now? It won't say Remington anymore in those green boxes.
But Remington itself is being sued. So
by who?
Well, that was part of the Newtown thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that none of that could go through.
That's why they shut down. They shut down Bushmaster. They shut down Tapco because those people were part of that. Those brands were part of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of this is a bunch of crazy spaghetti to figure it all out. But I have a feeling that the whole Freedom Group, because the Freedom Group was in $1 billion worth of debt.
I love it. I love it so much. I could have told you this was going to... I made a prediction. I said, watch what happens when the industry went into a slump. Mm-hmm. They were going to... back when the whole Freedom Group bought all those companies, that was pre-Hillary. Hillary was gonna. There was all this, when, and then all of a sudden I said, as soon as things take a dump, they're gonna get rid of all these other brands. Well, look what happened.
Yeah. Well, so this look, the way that I see it, this group, this is the second bankruptcy filing that they did that's led to all of this. And there's definitely something happening with Remington itself, which we're going to get into here. Also, by the way, if you guys want to, I did a little write-up for MLN News. They asked me about that yesterday. So there is a little write-up there that if you guys read MLN News, you'll find a little write-up with the video and all that kind of stuff with some info in there if you guys are into that. So that's enough of me showing off about my awesomeness. Let's take a look. I'm gonna throw the PDF up there of what we're talking about, just so if anyone hasn't heard about this yet, we'll go through it here. We'll talk about it now. As you guys are coming in here, please smash the thumbs ups. We got like 50 now. It'd be awesome to get to 100. And we are talking about some cool stuff. Okay, so let's go into this. Okay, so it says auction with respect to certain of the acquired assets, right? That's what that says right there. Was suspended on September 24, 2020. Please take further notice that the debtors, in consultation with their professionals and the bid consultation parties, selected the following successful bids and backup bids. So Vista Outdoor Inc. as the successful bidder.
Bought the ammo plant. Vista Outdoors bought the ammo plant.
Yeah, they got the Lone Oak Ammunitions business and certain IP assets.
Do you know who Round Hill Group is? I've not heard of them before.
No, I haven't heard of them either. But so, go ahead.
It looks like Round Hill bought. What did they get? They did not buy Marlin. So I love that they specify here non-Marlin firearms business.
Yeah.
Because I guess there was a specification where whoever Sturm Ruger, whoever bought Marlin, was like, we want Marlin. That's it.
Yeah, but there's several guns in Marlin for sure. So yeah, Round Hill gets they get the non-Marlin
and Huntsman Holdings
Yeah,
non-Marlin firearms business and Huntsman Holdings LLC and Century Arms Inc. as the backup bid. Okay, so these are the backup bidders. They're pursuant to the terms respect to certain firearms business IP assets. So wait, did they buy? Are they the ones that now own then Remington, other than Marlin? Is that what that means?
That's how I see it. I think they're getting the stuff that's under the Remington name. That's
okay. That's not Marlin.
Yeah, because that's a separate ammo business, so there might be several different. They probably had a couple different ammo brands in here, right? And Vista Outdoor already has a bunch of.
Yeah, they own a bunch of big companies.
Yeah, and a lot of ammo stuff out there too, if I'm not mistaken, with Vista Outdoors. Then Sierra Bullets, which is another ammo situation going on here. Sierra Bullets gets the Barnes Ammunition business.
Barnes Acquisition LLC as the backup. So a group, I guess there was a group out there that tried to buy Barnes. They were Barnes and they tried to buy it and they got outbid by Sierra. Yeah. Barnes makes good bullets though.
Yeah.
Then the big one, Sturm Ruger bought Marlin, which is a big deal. But I think it's a great thing because Sturm, to me, Ruger and Marlin fit kind of in the same categories. They make kind of similar things. I think Ruger's going to run Marlin very well.
But was Ruger didn't have any lever actions prior to this?
No, so now they'll own Marlin's lever guns.
Yeah, and then Ruger
and assets that go with that, all the patents.
Remington.
Go ahead, Walt.
No, I was just going to say Remington wasn't too interested in Marlin.
No,
it didn't seem like it. They
didn't develop anything.
First they closed their facility, their original plant where they were at, and so and then they just kind of sat on it. It seemed like because, I mean, I might be mistaken, but it didn't seem like they weren't really promoting it very much.
Yeah.
No, I think they left Marlin up to their own devices, basically.
Yeah. So let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. So
JJE Capital Holdings.
Yeah. So after that, we're going to JJE. So JJE is.
They bought a lot.
Yeah, JJE is the company that owns PSA.
Oh wow! Okay, so they bought DPMS, Harrington and Richardson, Storm Lake, AAC, and Parker brands.
Yeah.
Listen, to anybody out there, Josiah, he was the one that was on the show that one time. Please, now that you own Harrington and Richardson and AAC, please, for the love of God,
integrally suppressed.
No.
Say it.
Bring back the H&R break action 300 blackout suppressor ready model that was done with AAC.
See, that was another thing.
I want to see it integrally suppressed, please. But okay.
When H&R got swallowed up by that Harrison Richardson, the break open shotguns, all that stuff, all went away. They just said fuck it, it's gone. So.
Yeah,
Freedom Group bought all these things and then gutted them all. That's what happened.
Yeah. And you could get those H&Rs at Walmart at one time.
Those little partner shotguns that were like $125 or whatever.
And then we're left with these, in my opinion, these shitty Turkish things.
Yep.
and these Rossies from Brazil that really don't have any personality.
Yeah.
And,
I've lusted after one of the break action Harrington and Richardson. I don't even know if it was a partner or whatever, but it's a break action 300 blackout that they did in collaboration with AAC, which I guess were owned by the same company at the time. Please bring that back. They used to cost like $250, and they're awesome for suppressing because it's a break.
And then you
action.
got the base receiver. You could put all kinds of different barrels on.
Yes, please, guys.
It's like the TC Encore, right?
Yes,
Encore.
Yes, it was, and
but a lot cheaper.
Yeah, well, there's that.
And I never get one. I was so mad.
Yeah. So let's just we're gonna go through all of this, and then we'll talk about it here in depth. So Franklin Armory Holdings Inc. gets the Bushmaster brand and related assets.
I'm surprised that they went for that. I don't know what is there that they want. There's something more. Yeah, to me, there's something more there than.
There's a lot of Bushmaster would have several AR.
Well,
platform
once
stuff
again,
in there, right?
look at my. Where's the Bushmaster rifles on states list?
Mm-hmm.
Are they on the California list? Do they have approved firearms in California?
They're old, because they're old guns. I imagine they're still on the approved list. So maybe that's what they want.
Yeah.
I mean,
first of all, Bushmaster is a recognizable name too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I bought a Bushmaster AR just to put it in my safe, even though I've never shot it or anything, because it's got that snake in the arm pistol on the lower.
That's one of the older brands of AR-15s.
Yeah, I think. Yes. So the oldest, most respectable one is Colt, right? Then Bushmaster, I think. I want to say this.
Yeah.
Colt, then Bushmaster, probably. And then let's go to the next one here, and then we'll come back and talk about all of these. Sportsman's Warehouse Inc. gets the Tapco brand.
So I'm trying to remember Sportsman's Warehouse.
I don't think that's not Sportsman's Guide, is it?
No, it's not Sportsman's.
It's another website like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know why. I don't know why you would buy Tapco. I don't think they have anything.
No, I know why you'd buy Tapco. I mean, you laugh, but they sell a lot of stuff. I mean, you know.
I don't know. I don't think that Tapco is known in the gun community for having the most awesome magazines or anything like that. But I know they do have, you know, if you don't want to say cheap, you could say value.
Affordable.
Affordable.
They made, you know, once again, they made a lot of different stocks, a lot of different this, that, and the other. I mean,
yeah, they did make a lot of things. Hopefully, whoever those guys are that got it aren't just gonna just put out the same thing. Maybe they'll up the brand name a little bit there and make a better product. Because I don't think that they make the most awesome thing. Go ahead. What was that?
I was just saying, I guess that's kind of the hope here. They can breathe new life back into these companies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, Sportsman's Warehouse looks like an online type company.
Mm-hmm.
So that would probably fit real well with their online stuff. They just bring all the Tapco stuff right into their lineup.
You know?
Yeah. So there's a bunch of articles and things like that went up around this. I will just go to, there's one here from Fox News. I'll go into that real quick. I know they've got, for some weird reason, this video.
Razor JB says Sportsman Warehouse is Cabela's.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
because that's that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just get this. Let me get this in here for a second. Okay. All right. So, Fox News says Vista Outdoor Inc. said on Monday it would buy some parts of U.S. gunmaker Remington Outdoor Company's ammunition and accessories business for about $81 million. And it goes on to say Remington in July filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection for the second time in 2 years, and as the U.S. gunmaker faced financial troubles, partly because of some retailers placed restrictions on gun sales after school shootings in the United States.
Nope, wrong.
Yeah, I don't. That's what
it has nothing to do with that.
That's what the Fox News is saying out there.
Well, they want to politicize it. It's, to me, all
Fox
has to do with
Business.
mismanagement.
Yeah, that's Fox Business. What they are saying there is Vista Outdoor is, according to them, they're saying that part of it was 81 million. So just keep that in mind.
Wow.
And then there's some other articles on this that I want to pull up. So here's one of the New York. Here's the New York Post talking about this. Remington Outdoor bankrupt gunmaker to be sold in pieces to 7 buyers. So Remington Outdoor will split up its business and sell the pieces to 7 different buyers following a bankruptcy auction, court records show. The biggest sale will go to Minnesota-based Vista Outdoor, which said it will pay $81.4 million for Remington's brand and trademarks, along with parts of its ammo and accessories business, including an Arkansas ammunition factory.
Okay, so Remington isn't going to change. Like the green box that you used to buy at Walmart won't change a whole lot.
Nope.
It's just getting managed over to Vista.
That would be foolish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Foolish.
This article goes on to say other buyers include outdoor gear retailer Sportsman's Warehouse, which will acquire the Tapco brand of parts and accessories, and Nevada-based gunmaker Franklin Armory, which is snapping up Remington's Bushmaster rifle brand, records show. The sales are expected to bring in at least $155 million that will be applied to Remington's debt, the Wall Street Journal reported.
How much was their debt? You said something billion?
No,
With a B?
no, $155 million. So
How much is their debt?
No, it's $1 billion. It was $1 billion.
So they're only like 10% of the way there.
This is what happens in bankruptcy court. That's what
Holy
bankruptcy court
shit.
is all about.
Just
You
because
can-
they have that debt don't mean they're going to pay that debt.
Yeah. Walter, what are you doing? Walter's under the table right now.
I just,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine being on the board and going, yeah, we're $1 billion in debt. Like,
Well, it's not their money. The people don't give a crap because it's not physically their money.
Yeah,
and
bankruptcy
Freedom, from what I
courts.
understood,
Yeah, it's got
Freedom
nothing.
didn't give a crap about any of these brands.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Think about that. If these sales, remember, let's do some math. If these sales are bringing in $155 million, and Vista Outdoor paid $81.4 million, so that means we're talking about what, like 18, 19? No, hold on. What is it? So let me bring out the old calculator here so I could do this real fast. So 155 minus 81.5, right? So 73 million is the split up of the other parts of that. So you could take out of that whatever you want.
If you think about it, I'm guessing this is totally a guess from the paperwork here. I'm guessing it's most expensive to least expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you really think about it, as if you were a multi-millionaire or own an investment firm, some of these purchases may not be that bad.
No, I think this is pretty good. This is a good direction to me, because it seems like these other companies that have look, if in this time you weren't thriving over the last couple of years, I know there was a Trump slump, but really and truly, even with from the Obama times, we had at least, let's see, how many years did we have in the Obama 8 years that there was a lot of gun sales? At least 5, right? We didn't have the whole Obama thing that we had big gun sales, because I think it really kicked off towards the end of his first term. So maybe we had 4 or 5.
It was shooting to shooting is what it was. You just got to think back. Nothing,
Well, I
nothing
also
else.
remember ammo when he first got elected. Ammo was gone.
Mm-hmm.
2008, ammo disappeared.
Yeah. So we had those years, and so far of Trump being in here, even though there was what they call a Trump slump, that was just coming off a little bit from the highs over Obama time. So we've really had consistent sales for years, but obviously this Remington Outdoors group was in big debt, and they couldn't, no matter what, they couldn't get out of that. But you have other companies that have grown, thrived. Even if you're talking about Ruger, I know there's a lot of people who are not super happy with Ruger, but in the last couple of years, they've been putting out some cool stuff, I think. You know, they've been trying to... catch up to the modern era.
Post Bill Ruger dying, cool stuff.
Once Bill Ruger keeled over, the company turned itself around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He was just a complete FUD.
Yeah. So I think it's a good thing to see if we're looking. If I go back and just I'm just me looking at the list, right? I think obviously if you're talking about what Vista's gonna do, that's ammo. They're gonna sell ammo. You know, but they're also, it says here that they've got other stuff other than the ammo.
They got everything other than Marlin. It sounds like they picked up everything Remington.
Sounds like they'll be selling the R50 whatever.
The R shitty one coming back.
You know, but if they really think about what they're doing, they can pull all of that back, right? But they have a core something that they could do something with there, right?
By the way, this might be the time to do a little bit of investing. Just throwing that out there. Vista Outdoors, you may want to buy some stock. I don't know.
They're on the stock market.
Oh yeah, they're federally traded.
Okay. All
so
right.
This, you want to hear some of these big names that they own? So it kind of makes sense that they bought the ammo plant. They own American Eagle,
I think Blazer.
Independent,
Blazer, CCI.
Bushnell, Butler Creek, Federal, CCI, Spear, Alliant Powders.
All the ammo in one place.
Yeah, so that the only downside there is they now own every little bit of
all the ammo in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
From what I've been told recently, components for ammunition only came from two places. So now it's coming from maybe just one place.
That's not completely true.
Where are primers coming from?
Primers and powder used to come from either Winchester or Remington, I think.
So aren't a lot of people getting their primers from China? Someone was just telling me that too.
Not China, no. They're
coming from
Russians, yeah, Wolf.
Oh, the Russians are making primers? Okay.
Yeah, any of that, where it probably isn't Russian per se, it's probably Bulgarian or... But it's Comblock.
You see what Captain Shark or Skark said in the chat?
Yeah. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not...
No, what pissed me off about Bill Ruger, I never get over it, he capitulated on high-capacity magazines.
He did.
Saying that only law enforcement should have high-capacity magazines.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was fuel for the fire for the leftists.
Yeah.
That AC556 stock that I have, oh, God forbid. I should never own that. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might hurt yourself or something.
So, going down here, this Round Hill Group, LLC, I could tell you something. I try to look it up online, and I saw the comments on my video. I don't think anyone knows who the hell Round Hill LLC is.
I'm sure I can find out if you want me to.
Yeah, see if you can find out.
But as of right now, they have no information.
Yeah. Lots of speculation. People like, oh, that's probably Bloomberg or one of these guys, but it's probably some, like, just a bunch of guys out there just made up a corporation name and
is it Round Hill Capital?
It's exactly Round Hill Group LLC.
Man, yeah, there's no info on the internet about it.
And they have the non-firearms, the non-Marlin business.
Because there is a Round Hill Capital LLC who is, let's see, what are they? Sector Financials. Michael Brickford is the CEO. But it looks like they're into real estate, so I don't see why.
But if we're going by size, like you said, that Vista being the big one, and then this being the next biggest one,
that's probably a lot of money.
Yeah, but what in there did they want so badly, and what did they get? And that Century Arms, Huntsman Holdings, and Century Arms are the backup buyers to that.
It can't be this one. This one here is real estate, so I don't know why they would buy in unless they were looking for the business properties. Maybe they bought the locations or something. I don't know who Round Hill is.
That could be. There would probably be a lot of real estate inside of this. Sierra Bullets. So Sierra Bullets is like a ammunition manufacturer, or they're making the bullets and casings and things like that.
Sierra's a bullet company.
Yeah,
hands 100%. They make all the bullets, and really good bullets too.
Yeah. So now they have the Barnes ammunition business.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me a whole lot.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a solid thing. And then Ruger here, obviously getting the Marlin part of it.
I hope they bring Marlin back to the glory days, because I like Marlins. I think they're cool guns.
I think that's what I saw a lot of people saying that they would like to see Marlin come back up. And look, Henry Rifle's done pretty well so far as lever action.
I feel like Henry has done really well because Marlin has just completely fallen off.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Henry wasn't in there. Like, oh, let's get Marlin, then we own all the lever action.
Did you imagine? Every lever action.
Well, but that's a.
It probably doesn't make sense because they're doing really well right now anyway. But Freedom Group allowed that to happen. I think they just didn't push up what they should have. Yeah.
I can tell.
Average Joe Tube says one company owning all manufacturing of ammo is a nightmare. A corporation would then have the ability to essentially ban/restrict and fake ammo shortages. This is how America is ruled by corporations.
There's actually more than one ammo company. Okay, that's a big one, but there's quite a few small ones that make cases and bullets. Yeah, not just one company making all the bullets. Don't get
Winchester.
Go ahead.
So Winchester now runs the federal plant, the one that the military uses. So Winchester's a big one, and they're still making ammo. They're not stopping. Remington was just happened to be one of the bigger ones who made components, but it is kind of sad to see that shrinking a little. I would like to see
diversity in ownership is not a bad thing.
Ownership, yeah.
I mean, what we're talking about here with this big group being split up is what we're talking about. It was
you already got diversity with the big group being split up.
True, but this was a big group that really paid no attention to the mere mortals out there that bought their stuff and just figured, hey, we own this. We'll just steamroll over everything and all things will go our way. So, listen, I think with ammo, there are lots of smaller companies that are in the game. And then even nowadays, there's people getting on board. That's always dangerous to try to get into the business now, not knowing what's going to happen in the next couple of months or the next few years. But technology has made it a lot easier to get into the business, I think, of manufacturing ammo. The supplies, the materials, the raw materials is where you would have the big trouble here.
You know, the other thing to remember, the foreign ammo importers or the people that import foreign ammo will always help bring prices down because there's no way Turkish ammo costs the same to manufacture as it does in the States. Yeah. It's just...
I wish every state in America had an ammo manufacturer in it, and if we had any fucking sense, that's what we'd be doing. Or at least
I'm looking here to see if you guys want to hear a kind of a list. Zero Bullet Company, I know they make bullets exclusively. Winchester is a major manufacturer and took over the Lake City plant. Remington, right next to it in Lanoke, Arkansas, so that's the other major one. Rio Royal Ammunition, never heard of them, but they're in Texas. Another plant in Madison, North Carolina by Remington. Plant in East Alton, Illinois by Winchester. Fiocchi is in Ozark, Missouri, but I think they import a lot of their ammo. A lot of it's Italian. Hornady is separate, but I don't know that they make a lot of their stuff. I think they make bullets mostly. Federal is in Anoka, Minnesota, and that's now owned by the same group. PCI Ammo, never heard of.
PCI?
Black Hills. Black Hills, makes very, very nice ammo, but it's very expensive. Barnes is in Mona, Utah, now owned by the same company. Oh, wait, no. Barnes got bought by Sierra, didn't it?
Yeah, so Sierra, yeah.
Arms Corps is in Nevada, but again, that's an importer. And then Spear is in Lewiston, Idaho, and they are owned by Vista Group. So it looks like there are now two major manufacturers, Remington and Winchester.
Yeah.
Or Vista Group.
2-3-ish. 2-3-ish.
Two to
the
three.
The big guys. But there's a lot of smaller companies out there. Who knows?
But remember, these smaller companies buy powder and primers from the big guys. That's why there's such a run on primers right now, most of the big guys
Mm-hmm.
decided to pull their primers in-house because they could make more money off of manufactured ammunition than they could off of primer sales.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They stopped sending out primers, and that's why primers have dried up at the moment.
Yeah. By the way, we've got over 100 people watching live with
that.
us right now. If like half of you guys smash the thumbs up so we can get to 100. Let me get Average Joe in here because he's on fire. He says, we all know small companies, they can't get raw materials. Furthermore, large companies can book exclusivity agreements and overbook components to bleed out competition. Simple Thomas Edison approach.
It's
Can
not.
I do that?
Monopolies aren't good things. I'll definitely say that.
Yeah.
We'll see how they treat these companies.
Yeah, but still, the one thing about our system, as long as we don't go full communist over here, is that the smaller guy can still come in and kick lots of ass.
Yeah. If you find your niche, I think you could.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding that.
Yeah, I agree that there's certain choke points here, like with the materials, and if you could buy a lot of materials and all that. So, you know, this is how it happens. Average Joe says this is done in different industries.
Buy some powder?
Walter's got money.
Walt sell in the powder.
I got 2,000 primers behind me. The bidding's starting right now.
You should
Okay.
see what
Yeah, so
primers are crazy.
so we talked about Sturm Ruger. So JJE, that's PSA, and PSA gets getting DPMS, H&R, Storm. What's Storm Lake?
Storm Lake makes barrels.
Okay.
They're best known for their 1911 barrels.
Yeah.
They're way
AAC and Parker brands. Now, I don't know, because of the way all of these assets are being divided, if they're getting, like we were talking about, who's getting real estate holdings and who's getting rights over certain names and things like that, right? Or distribution, whatever it is. But this is pretty interesting for PSA that is quickly growing and becoming a very big player in the firearms industry.
That all has its, just remember,
Mm-hmm.
the bigger you get, the bigger the debt gets, the bigger the everything gets.
Yeah, as long as
And
they can
look at-
run.
we just seen a big one dissolve, haven't
Yeah.
we? Right?
It all
So,
depends. It all depends on who is
if you're,
who is there leading or steering that ship.
and I'm not, I don't want to be negative,
Right? No.
but you can believe in the Second Amendment all day, but that doesn't matter when Joe Banker comes looking for his fucking money. So,
Mhm.
you can't throw the Second Amendment on them when they come looking for the payments. So,
You could.
no, you can't.
Listen, you're not supposed to shoot the messenger, but you always can.
So,
Listen, you know what? Here's one thing I could say. I am going to try. So a lot of those previous companies that are big, massive companies that we don't really know anyone there. We can't do anything about that. I will try to get some folks from I'll see if I can get someone from JJE Capital to come talk to you guys.
That would be
How about
cool.
that? How does that
remember,
sound?
they buy things like this to get intellectual property. They buy this stuff to get patents.
That's my guess.
You don't buy it necessarily to all of a sudden, just my opinion,
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy a company for their IP. You don't
You get
buy.
right. I mean, if you've got a big company and you have no patents and no trademarks, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's where it's all about.
Yeah.
So,
And I think
you don't buy it to get debt. I mean, is Franklin Armory taking on the lawsuit that Bushmaster's under now? That's another thing you got to look at too. That stuff just doesn't go away.
Mhm.
I mean, the lawyers don't care about. They still want it's still in court, and Bushmaster's still the plaintiff probably. So you got to take all that in consideration too. You got to be willing to.
Yeah, but the whole nature of what's happening here is that these are the assets. You can't take taking on the liability from something that's already happened is a different legal issue.
I don't know.
Don't be so sure, my friend. It just doesn't go away. I mean, where does it go then?
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is if someone goes bankrupt and they own a house, okay, but they were getting sued and they went bankrupt, and you come in there in an auction and buy their house, that person can't sue you for whatever they were suing them for. You just bought this house.
If there's
now.
a lien on that house, you have to satisfy the lien.
That's what the whole bankruptcy court thing is about. That's what that's all about. That's why there's that legal system in play. So I understand exactly what you're saying, and these are some of the details that we'll be talking about here. But I'm going to assume. Let me ask you this. Here's a simple way to look at this. Let's say you're one of these big ballers out there, and you're buying this. Are you buying this and then also buying whatever lawsuits goes behind it?
All I'm saying is you buy liability when you buy these companies. You're going to buy. You have to. How does it just go away? It doesn't go away. It just doesn't go. That's like saying, "Oh, I'm going to take over the postal service and we'll have no pensioners anymore," right? No, it don't work
If the postal
that way.
service goes bankrupt, if the postal service goes bankrupt and then whatever their debt is gets settled in bankruptcy. Now, obviously, that's a federally owned situation going on there.
Yeah, but if there's lawyers involved, they'll find a way to go after them. Trust me. It's
not to say that they won't find new, fresh ways of going after people, but I don't think that you can. The whole reason for breaking this up is because of all the overwhelming things, and then the people at the Freedom Group going, "Hey, we can't handle none of this. We can't handle the $1 billion we owe. We can't pay the lawyers for all the suits that are coming in. We're out. So this is what we have." So then they have to push it up on a table, and the bankruptcy people go, "Okay. This is only $155 million, but they're just trying to get some money to satisfy all those people who there's a long line behind trying to get that $1 billion before you even get to the lawyers trying to get money, and so this somehow settles all of that, right? This is what the court systems is all about. Once again, I'm not a lawyer. Mm-hmm. None of us are lawyers here.
Okie dokie.
But this is what what am I crazy?
Okie dokie.
Am I crazy? Okay. Listen, James Miller said, Hank, there's room in the business for Safety Harbor ammo.
No, there isn't.
We can't get Walter to
you don't.
to
you know
stop
what?
making
People
mini
don't
bikes.
realize. Let me refresh you newbies out there to the real world. You get that ammo. You got to have a manufacturer's license for ammunition, right?
It's a separate license from what Walther
And
has,
you
by
have
the
to
way.
have probably a few $100 billion worth of liability insurance because of these fucking bozos that stick the wrong ammo in the wrong guns and then blame it on you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not as easy as it seems. Just I'm going to start making ammo. Yeah, you can do it until ATF catches up with you and throws your ass in jail.
Yeah.
I make ammo for my.
By the way, Des 7th Avenue says there's no transfer of liability after bankruptcy.
Okay.
That's what bankruptcy is all about.
Why?
That's what it's all about.
Why doesn't every? Well, anyways, never mind.
Because they have to weigh. They have to weigh whether or not they can stay in business and keep making money and deal with that stuff. In this case, if you have $1 billion in debt, and then you have people trying to sue you, you go, you know what? Here goes the company. That's basically the long and short of what happened there. So.
Okay.
So let's see this. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments out there. Like I said, smash the thumbs ups out there. Let's So JJE PSA has that. You know what? We'll see if at some point here we can get someone to come in and tell us, give us some of this info here. Maybe get some of those things. So Franklin Armory, they're getting Bushmaster. And that's gonna be really interesting to see what comes out of there, because Franklin Armory does make a lot of AR stuff, like they make full guns, the triggers and things like that. So the number one thing I see coming out of that is like the ACR. That's the number one trending thing in all the comments. I want to see an ACR. Now all of a sudden everybody wants an ACR. What is that?
Well, Remington, I'm gonna use that F word again. Remington fucked it up. Right. they just turned it into a turd. And
did you never bought an ACR?
I never had an ACR, but it was supposed to be like $1,000 rifle, $1,200 rifle, $1,800, $2,000. It's like go F yourself.
Weren't we seeing deals on this earlier this year, Patrick? I remember that. I remember us talking about like some deals on the ACR because
I don't remember.
Weren't companies trying to move those the ACRs that were out there?
I don't know.
But it seems so weird that all of us held off. No one really got in there and bought the ACR. Now everyone's like, oh, wait a second.
Aside from them jacking the price up when Remington got involved, or /Bushmaster, Also, there were functionality issues too, if I remember correctly.
Were there really?
So,
Yeah.
Holy shit! Do you know what the price is on these things?
What?
$2,000 for one of those bastards.
yeah, and it's primarily all
Plastic.
Yeah,
Get
and
the
it's just like
fuck out of here with that.
that's the reaction people have, and it's like, well,
those days of the $450 PSA AR-15 will come back again. I can get 4 or 5 of those for the price of an ACR. Are you kidding me?
Motorboater says the ACR was good back when it was made at Wyndham.
Yeah, but that might have been like 2 seconds, and then it was gone. And it's like,
yeah. And then Brian Quick says, so interesting talking about bankruptcy law. Jen Champ Jr. says, and I'm sure he's being
sarcastic.
He's being sarcastic, yeah. Sarcastically,
it's
he's
boring,
saying,
though. It's
then say what LLC means, which Eric Hammond said limited
liability or corporation.
Yeah. Yes, and then Jen Champ Jr. is laughing.
Walter, does Safety Harbor Firearms own anything?
What do you mean?
So I was told, I talked
trademark
to
stuff, or like,
well, asset-wise, do you own any assets?
Why you want to know? Who are you working for?
Yeah.
Are you the government?
What's the end game?
Yeah,
here?
you better get your lawyer, Walt.
If we're talking bankruptcy stuff or law stuff, funny thing, I was talking to Dad last week.
I advise you not to answer this, Walt.
Talking to Dad last week about I want to get my FFL and get my business license. Eventually, I want to move into making stuff. And he was like, first rule I'll tell you is whenever you get the business up and running, make sure you rent everything from me. So my business will rent everything, including shop space, equipment, everything from me. So if anybody ever goes after the company, you'd be like, well, fuck you. I don't got anything. This company has nothing. There's no assets associated with it. The LLC owns a name, and that's it.
Roughly, that's how it works. Not completely.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So
that's
you still own it. So like what you just said, if you're renting it from yourself, you still technically own it. So a lot of times there's buckets inside of buckets like we talked about before. So there's things called charitable trusts, for example, that are protected by law. If you put things that you own in those charitable trusts, then they're protected as long as there's certain taxes that are paid out of that. But a lot of wealthy people have buckets and buckets.
The company shouldn't own hardly anything.
Well,
so that's what I was asking Walter, if his company actually owns anything, or if you have.
Well, this is why I'm advising Walter, even though I'm not his attorney, but I do stand to inherit a lot of his guns. Not to answer.
When that company gets sold, Hank gets the name. That's all that's owned. That's it.
But look, you know how everyone's mad, and I know this is a little sidetrack from Remington, but I think it's relative, right? Everyone's mad at Trump, or not mad, but I don't care. But you know, right now in the news, trending is, what is it? The New York Times or one of those guys published Trump's tax returns. And they're trying to say that Trump only paid like $750 in 2016 or something in taxes, blah, blah, blah. Right? Did you see that? Did you see any of that?
Yes. Yeah.
No,
okay. Well, you haven't kept up with this.
Once again, the media is rehashing the whole Trump tax thing.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anything else right now. So.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. Why would that be? Someone will say, well, how's it possible that Trump, has his own plane, his own buildings all over the place, and this thing and that thing, he's not paying taxes? This is what we've been trying to say. If you're find out how much money Bill Gates paid in taxes, or Warren Buffett, or any of those guys.
Somebody tweeted out Biden paid $3.7 million, Warren paid $600,000, like a whole list of all the left that had paid taxes. Mm-hmm. Trump paid $600 or whatever, and I was just looking at him like, man, those lefties are chumps. They don't. Clearly, they don't have a good tax person if they're paying that kind of money.
I can guarantee he paid more than $750 for taxes.
Is that his
personal tax return?
Yes.
This is what they're talking about, and this
is that his corporate tax return?
Yeah, you have to understand the subtleties of this, right? Like, who owns what in reality?
It's like the guy in the back seat I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand anything because they're too effing stupid to understand anything. All they understand is they hate him. They hate him. It's all about just hating the guy, Well, this is a simple thing. So if you are Bill Gates and you have a thing called the Bill Gates Foundation,
and everyone thinks you're a super
such a
cajillion
scam.
billionaire. All your money is in that foundation. It's a
Have you seen
charitable
the-
trust.
Have you seen the scam that they run there?
That's not a scam, but they are net neutral in taxes because all your money goes into the foundation, which then pays them back, which the foundation owns the jets and the property and the cars, and it's insane how you can set that up where you
but
don't
that's
own
how it works. And if you have any sense and you have money, that's what you would do.
Right. So why do you want to pay more taxes?
Yeah.
Why?
By the way, all those people, you see, like in every movie you look at nowadays, all the actors are British. Okay. The reason for that is in England, they are taking all the money from anybody who makes money. So those people come to America and they start they create LLCs, corporations, and put buckets inside of buckets and make a ton of money over here that they're not technically making. This is what you do. Like, if you don't do it, then that's on,
Too bad for
if
you.
you're a chump and I do love the word loophole, tax loopholes. It's like none of this is a loophole. It's written into the tax code.
It's law.
Yeah.
It's, you don't take advantage of it, so you're a fucking chump. Like, sorry,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
how
I mean,
tax
it's not being a chump. I think there's a difference between an employee and an employer. There's a difference between a person who invests and generates business and all that kind of stuff, and someone who's just working and collecting a paycheck and therefore paying taxes on that. Once you get into the realm of you're a business person, the tax law, especially here in America, is set up to encourage you to invest in business.
and that's how it should be.
I always love the people that complain about people not paying any taxes, and most of these people that are complaining about people not paying any taxes aren't paying any taxes.
Yeah. Chris Willis says,
because they've got their earned income credit, and they got this, and they got that, and they get their money
Those
back at the end of the
loopholes.
year, and then, God damn it, you should be paying more taxes. Well, why don't
you people with your children getting that tax, that is a child loophole. You're getting that child tax credit loophole.
You know how you fix this real simple?
I never got. I have
Flat
two kids.
tax.
I never got that whatever loophole that's it.
Everybody pays 10%.
Flat tax, yep.
And whether you make $100, that's $10 for you guys that don't know the math stuff. If you make $1 million, what's like 100,000, right?
We had you know what? We had an episode with the flat tax guys. And by the way, they were trying to come back on. Here's my issue, because I don't have any issue with those guys, and at some point we do need to get them back on. But I bring the flat tax guys on, and everybody is bored.
Well, to talk about it for 2 hours, yes, it is.
Yeah, 2 hours of tax talk. Nobody wants to hear that.
But
See, this is why you're broke. If 2 hours of talking about taxes bores you, then I'm not trying to offend anyone.
I mean, to be honest
but,
with you, talking about somebody's bankruptcy for 2 hours bores me.
I'm not broke because I talk about taxes.
Because
I'm
you know
broke
what the
because
facts.
I can shit.
Yeah. I'm just saying that
Got the
there's
stuff and that's it.
no, for sure. The whole point of what we do is entertainment, right? And we're giving people a little bit of information. Ultimately, I believe that there's folks out there that know a little bit better and dig a little bit. Because look, it's boring. It really is boring if you sit there and you think about it.
Quality segue here. You want to see why I'm broke? There's a link. That last Imgur link in there is something I may have
Buy
just
another MP5? Is that what you're
Fuck no, God no.
No, the person who bought the MP5 is broke.
Yeah. No, listen. I'm paying you off. I'm paying you off.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I can tell you about my auction over the weekend. You want to hear about making some
I
money?
do actually.
No. Wait, the
First,
auction.
click on that Imgur link.
Yeah. Wait, are you saying the auction where people are supposed to figure out 5 guns?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you
That,
all of them now, so nobody could figure that shit out.
Yeah, of course
I'll tell
no
you
one
that.
could. It was a trap. It was a trap. Okay, let me share Babyface's thing just for the sake of fun. There you go, the Microtech. Oh, that's actually pretty sexy. I like that. That's cool.
It's an LUDT. It was used. It was $200, and I bought it. And Marley doesn't know about it yet. She's gonna fucking murder me.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
there-
I also just
at least you're getting some way to get murdered.
Right. By the way, that's technically my knife.
for now, I guess if you want to reclaim assets, you could reclaim $400 worth of assets. Yeah.
No. Now he's playing.
He's gonna go bankrupt. Who cares then, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we're not gonna play that game. Cash moves everything around me. Dollar
And you
bills,
should
yo.
want that knife.
Patrick is so ridiculous. So
See, all Tom says less. Let's talk about the auction.
Hold on. Where were we going to? We were going to something else.
Okay, go for
Oh,
it.
wait. No. We're talking about your auction. Yes,
Yeah.
your auction. Yeah.
Well,
That's
it's interesting because the prices were all over the place. So, I mean, I sold some of my stuff sold for what I thought it should. Some of my stuff sold for like crazy more than I thought it would.
Oh, cool,
Really?
cool.
And some of it sold cheap.
By the way, I need a loan, Walt.
You got to talk to Minister of Finance and
See.
Don't talk to me. I'm
So you sold everything. Like all your stuff was selling no matter what.
it all sold. It all went. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I had a Winchester pump shotgun in there. It was like a Marine coat, stainless steel looking
That's nice.
Winchester pump shotgun, really nice. You know, in my opinion, it was probably worth in a normal economy like maybe $400.
Mm-hmm.
Sold for $775.
Whoa. Everything. By the way, Jimmy, just say this. I'm not trying to horn in on what you're saying here, but on Gunbroker, we're selling stuff too. Everything that goes up there is selling.
stuff is moving right now like crazy.
Boom! Right out the.
The cheapest thing I sold was $150. It went for $150. $160 was an old Winchester pistol. I mean, an old Remington. Excuse me if I get my manufacturer right.
Classic,
Smith
classic
Wesson,
Remington.
an old Smith & Wesson wheel
Smith
gun.
& Wesson. Oh.
That was the cheapest that sold?
That was the cheapest thing that I sold.
What was it? How much?
160.
Oh, 160.
My for example, I had a PSA 308 on there, PA 10. I shot it once, the extractor broke.
Yeah, I remember that gun.
Remember that? PSA fixed it, no problems.
Mm-hmm.
I never shot it again. I just didn't get out and shoot it, and it was sitting in the safe.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
$1,000.
Boom.
Whoa!
I think I paid a total of maybe $475.
You know why?
For it.
Because there's people that can't get them from PSA. They're like, oh, it's available over here. I can actually go in and it doesn't sell out by the time I put it in the cart.
Now, that was okay. That was the most expensive thing I sold. I got the most money for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should sell the junk gun I just built.
If you sell if you sell that Hank Strange, is that the STD lower?
It's the STD. So
Yeah,
I can't
you
sell
have
the
to
lower.
have that STD for the rest of your life.
I know. I can't pass it on to somebody else. It has to stay. So
I
I'd
don't
have
care
to
how
put
many
it up.
times you dismantle it.
Yeah, no, the lower.
Whatever.
Notice lower doesn't get sold. Anyway, sorry.
I sold 2 AR lower assemblies. Well, so one had a cheap car stock on it, and the other one had a regular stock on it, regular A2 style stock. $210 a piece.
Okay.
That's
So
not a bad deal. That's pretty
that
good.
was, I mean, one of those receivers. One was an Essential Arms receiver, and the other one was an Arrow Precision
Essential
receiver.
Arms.
Yeah, that's one of the older brands of AR lowers actually.
Oh.
From like the 80s and stuff. Yeah, but that wasn't a pre-banned one.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I was bidding on another rifle in the sale. There was a Beretta.
So did you make any money? Because now you're bidding on things.
Well, no, I bought a couple little pistols. I'll tell you that. But I bid on this Beretta. It was kind of looked like a BM-59. It looked like a tanker M1 Garand with a magazine on it. And I thought I'd won it at one point, but I didn't. I stopped bidding at $1,400. It went for $2,100.
Whoa!
So check this out. Babyface is sharing his junkyard build right here. And see that? I'm going to close up on that. Look at that.
See STD lower.
Hank Strange STD lower. I don't even have one of those.
So that's my junk build that I did over the weekend. I did take a break to do this. I bought an $80 barrel off of AR15.com. Everything else I had sitting around, and I just parts built it from shit that's been sitting in a parts bin.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see if it shoots. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
It'll work.
I also did a
If that tensile didn't blow up, that won't blow up.
Yeah. I did a 14 and a half pin and weld on this one, so it's a little bit shorter.
Oh, okay.
Instead of doing the 16.
Patrick, do you remember when they started making 5.45 39 ARs?
Yes, I do. And
I never bought any of those barrels or any of that stuff. And
no. So somebody messaged me the other day. They had one of the places was selling 1,000 round tins of what's that? 7 and 6, the good shit.
Yeah.
For 300 bucks a tin or something like that. And I was like, in today's market, that's not bad. But I remember when those were like
90
$8, 80 or 90 bucks a tin. Like,
Yeah. Nobody
Yeah,
wanted
I
that
don't
stuff.
yeah, that we're never going back to that.
Well,
I don't care how long you wait, we're not going back to that.
oh, it's never happened.
the only thing that what would make that happen is if they pulled the stuff off Russia.
Yes.
And they pulled the stuff off all these restrictions they have on these different countries.
Oh, yeah.
And then you would see, my friend, something you have never seen. You would see the $100 SKS and the
Then
and the
I'm buying
$200
guns. I'm buying guns.
because there's still stuff all over the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just sitting.
Yeah.
Just sitting, and I know somebody that knows stuff, and there's stuff sitting that you would not believe.
Oh,
I
so
believe you.
interesting thing here for anybody watching. I did put up an image on Instagram. Yes, it was on Instagram of me cutting the barrel down and rethreading it. Walter, have you ever tried cutting a melanite barrel or melanite anything?
You mean nitrided, right?
Nitrided melanite, same. Yeah, that
On the outside, cutting
yes.
it, or
It's
got to get through that outer layer.
That outer layer is hard as diamonds. I had to use carbide to cut the layer off,
Yeah,
and
that
then
makes sense.
it is.
Yeah, we don't
hard
usually
stuff.
we don't see like any kind of rust on those things, right? Like on the
Here.
outside of those.
You can show this off. This is a barrel. It's melanited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this stuff is hard as diamonds. It was. I seriously, I had to use carbide on the lathe to cut through that, and then I could use a cutoff.
Yeah.
I got news for you, Patrick. All I use is carbide.
Yeah, but you know us people, we can't afford nothing but carbide.
Well, it's not that much. Come on.
Come on.
Stop buying those damn
Some
pop-out
knives.
knives you get.
Yeah. So listen, if just to keep everything flipping around here, we're gonna definitely come back to stuff if people want to talk about it more. I don't know. Are you done with your auction story, Walter?
Yeah, I mean, if people want to check it out, check out
Yeah.
you can go into Gun Auctions USA and you can see what everybody paid,
Okay.
and you can see some of the crazy
So-
prices people are paying for
So
stuff.
here's what I want to know. Walter.
Yes.
You
bought
basically bamboozled the people. You basically abused the gun folks out there.
Number one rule.
Yeah.
One rule. You
basically schlong slapped everyone by saying that someone if people figured out 5 things on that auction so just to make it official, no one figured that out, right?
No, they're not going to figure that out. No.
That
Okay.
Heckler & Koch MP5 briefcase, $2,100.
Yeah. You believe that crap? You know how easy I can make a briefcase for an MP5?
I give me a drill bit and a briefcase, I can fucking make one.
So-
go down to the frickin' Salvation Army and pick up a used briefcase and boom, I got one. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Walt. A couple of things we got to find out here. One, what did that Tech 9 sell for?
$700 frickin' dollars.
No.
$700 for that turd of a gun?
Yeah, there is no effing way.
No.
Those things are turds.
No. Okay, so second
Dad,
thing.
remember that baby face? You remember that? You remember that 1911 that was all ground and polished and
Yeah,
all that shit?
garbage.
I think it went for like $450 or something.
That thing's worth $100 on a good day.
Yeah.
That should be spending $450 on that turd.
I
So-
think you went for that.
Yeah, so Walt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so since no one picked out this impossible, no one achieved this impossible goal, is anyone going to get anything?
They ain't gonna get anything.
Nope.
We'll come up with another impossible
come on.
goal.
Okay,
Stay
listen.
tuned.
So here's the thing. I want to make an announcement. I'm going to make this announcement right now. We're going to have an event put on at Andrew's Custom Leather. We set a date. Everyone is invited. It's November 7th, Saturday. November 7th, Saturday.
When is the election? That's November
Isn't it the 3rd? Isn't the election the 3rd?
Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's November 3rd, right? Someone look that up and tell us if the election...
Okay, November 7th. November 7th.
Yeah, November 7th, a Saturday, starting at noon, going up to 5 o'clock. Andrew's Custom Leather in St. Augustine. They're going to create a Facebook event thing or whatever that we'll share. But I'm just telling you guys now for the first time, that's going to be going down. It's going to be like an open house. So I'm going to be there. We'll see if we'll get Babyface and Walter to commit to coming there. Everyone's invited. wherever you are in the country, if you can come through.
What are we doing though? You haven't gotten there. Why
It's gonna be an open house, so there's gonna be a food truck out there, and then we're gonna be hanging out, taking pictures, talking. It's gonna be Sam Andrews. You'll get to see his shop. It's gonna happen at the shop.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fun.
So you guys get to hang out with Sam Andrews, see the shop, talk to like Dom that does all the carving will be there. I will be there. Hopefully these guys will all be there as well.
Did you see this thing?
So let's see. I don't know what.
What do you got there?
Look at that.
What?
U.S. Air Force collector's walkie-talkie. It's a Vietnam era walkie-talkie. That is freaking $170.
Yeah,
and you know what?
What auctions are you looking at now?
This is that auction that.
Oh, that's saying. Oh yeah, I saw that on the auction.
I'm looking through to see what sold for what.
Yeah, here I'll throw that up so that people can see what we're talking about while we're talking about a completely different thing.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking through this while you talk.
We'll throw that up. So listen. So here's the thing. Like I said, November 7th, we'll talk about this more. We'll have Sam Andrews come on and talk about it. But there will be prizes. Sam Andrews is going to give away stuff. Yep, Sam Andrews.
Is it prizes? Did you say prizes?
There will be prizes. Everyone that has a Sam Andrews holster or something, you're invited to come. Walter, I know you've got.
Can I get Sam to sign it?
I guess. I guess it depends where you sign it, right? So.
I'm just.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'll be there. I'll be wearing a rig or something like that I got. You know, there will be prizes. That Andrew's Custom Leather is going to give away stuff. We'll probably put something together. Maybe we'll get Walter to give away this thing that no one won.
Yeah, is that New York thing coming out? You try to,
I'm working for the people, Walter.
Shame me into something. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Wow.
Working for the people,
guys. If you got gun inventory sitting around collecting dust that you don't want. Get rid of it. Now's the time to sell.
I'm going to go back through mine again, too, actually.
An Anderson AM-15 5.56. Basic Anderson rifle with a full-length handguard. $750. That's a $30 receiver on that. Son of a bitch.
What is this? All Thumb says M60 machine gun sold for $13,000.
That was a semi-auto. Yeah.
This is
semi-auto. Okay.
No, a full auto transferable. Those things go for like $70,000 right now.
Yeah. By the way, DCG 44s wants to know if there's going to be free tacos. There's going to be a food truck there.
You're
going to have to pay.
Listen, give us your wallet. We'll take care of the free tacos. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So there'll be a food truck. You could buy stuff. You could bring stuff. It's in St. Augustine, which is one of the most beautiful places in Florida to visit.
Never been.
It's cool.
Bar none. St. Augustine is awesome.
Marley would probably
a lot of history in St. Augustine. A lot of history.
Trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. So if you're like able to come to Florida around that time, and you get there's lots of hotels and everything around there. You could book a room or something for a couple of days. You're gonna enjoy St. Augustine hands down, especially in November. It's gonna be nice and cool out there. Yeah, you've never been to St. Augustine, Babyface?
No, never have. I've heard it's great. Marley enjoys St. Augustine, so she'll probably end up coming if she's not working.
Yeah.
How far is it? An hour and a half?
From Gainesville, yeah.
It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, at the most.
God. Yeah, Morrissey
okay.
Jesus, 545 AK with a slant side.
Side folding stock. Yeah.
1,300.
Yeah. What is them? That name is familiar, but it doesn't.
Morrissey makes receivers. They're known for high quality receivers. That's
okay, but that doesn't mean it's worth it.
Yeah. Clint Sanders says, "I'll try to make it, but might be tough getting off work 2 days after a week-long vacation." If you're in Florida, I think it's just going to be fun. You can hang out. You can listen to Sam tell stories. We'll be there. Are you guys coming? You coming to that event?
What's the date? Let me put it on the calendar.
November 7th.
Let me talk to the events coordinator.
Chris Bullis says, "I spent 2 days in jail in St. Augustine." Okay, you can put on a disguise.
Yeah, they have a sign up saying this man not welcome.
How you get arrested in St. Augustine, I don't know. Actually, he must have done something really bad.
Just like any other place.
Yeah, St. Augustine is fun. There's old forts up there. It's an old pirate town. There's lots of shopping and eating, and you can walk around on the beach if you want, and there's haunted tours and all that kind of stuff.
Who's this retarded?
Mm-hmm.
Remington Golden Bullets, 2 boxes of 550.
Oh, yeah.
Just those 2 packs of 550.
550 rounds. So two, like
yeah.
1,000.
So 1,100 rounds.
Yeah.
What would you pay for 1,100 rounds of 22?
Of 22.
Yeah.
$60.
$140.
Yeah, they were paying crazy prices. They'd be like 2 boxes of ammo, and it's like $100. And I'm like, what?
And then to make it even better, a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, those go for $320, $350, something like that. $600.
Wait,
and
what?
And a 14% buyer's premium after you use your credit card, it's 17%.
Oh my God, my heart!
I did buy 2 pistols though.
Yeah. DCG says an hour and a half, so 90 miles. It's not. Yeah, from Gainesville, St. Augustine is not far.
No, hour and a half's not too bad.
You guys are close.
That's top.
You guys are close.
Yeah.
I got a little further to go. But
Yeah.
You guys are close.
But you know,
I'll crash. I'll get someplace and crash.
Yeah. Come down, hang out with us. We'll all be there. Lola will be there. Looks like we'll be there. We'll see who else. We'll talk about this over the next couple of weeks here. We'll get Sam to come on and talk about it as well.
Hank, maybe I should sell that Benelli M4. There's a Benelli M2. I paid $1,300 for my Benelli M4. Benelli M2 went for $1,450.
Yeah, you got a Hank Strange deal. So
I did get a Hank Strange discount. Yeah.
So you better
see
hold on to that. You're not going to see that in the future.
You see that bread I was talking about?
Which one? No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2,100. That there's a G41 in there. I think went for like 3,900 or 4,000 or something like that.
G41, the
The
Gewehr.
German World War II rifle.
I'd love to have a Gewehr, but
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
a lot of money.
So another thing I want to talk about here. We can just switch into this. And by the way, look at that. Check it out. Got some ammo here. This is related to what I want to talk about. This is some Fort Scott 5.56, which whatever Fort Scott has, if you use the code Hank10, you can get 10% off. They do have things. They do have things out there. But here's what I want to show you guys. So X-Tech Tactical. Check this out.
Yeah.
They have a new magazine, the Speed Mag. And they sent some Speed Mags over. So, do you remember Crump was talking to us about this? This is the mag that you can load real fast.
Trump was talking to
Crump. John
Crump.
Crump. Yeah, Crumpy.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we're not real.
So, here, listen, we'll go through this. So, this is a speed loader mag. I'll go through it right now, right? It says Speed Mag built-in speed loader for AR-15, M4, pull to load. So, I will just take this out of here. Here's the box. And if you guys want to see what's on the box there, we won't get into all of that. It's got Velcro back there, so you can just very easily take the magazine out. And basically, this is how it works. You pull this down. You pull this down. I don't know what Babyface is whispering. There you go, like that.
Can I, real quick,
Fill it up. What's up?
can I tell you the dumbest thing I found so far for sale
Oh,
on
boy.
here? 500 rounds of mini mags. So 5 mini mag sticks. Just mini mags, 22 LR, CCI 22 LR mini mags. What would you pay for 5 of those? What would you pay for one of those?
They're 100-round ones, you said?
100 rounds each. $750, $8? Maybe
I'm assuming
10
that's
at the
like
most.
$30 maybe.
Yeah, so you're talking 500 rounds. This person paid $220.
There's no run on 22. Like, I don't understand what we're
I
talking
don't know what
about.
the hell. Who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah, so far as I know, there's
Well,
not
the
a
auction
run on
company did.
22. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're happy. They got
Somebody
their
got happy on that auction.
14% or whatever.
Yeah, so listen, check it out. There's the magazine. I'm going to
Yeah, so how
load
does this
this.
work?
I'm going to load this. So basically, I'm going to go over this again, Babyface.
I'm
gonna
looking at
tell
stupid
Lola.
people.
I'm going to tell Lola to text you.
I'm looking at stupid people.
So here you go. You pull it down like that. See, and it actually holds there, which is interesting. So there we go. We got it like that. So now I'm going to open up this box of ammo. Oh, well, it pops up there. So
Pop goes the weasel.
yeah. So here goes the ammo right here, right? So let's see. I'm just going to hold this down. I guess it doesn't stay down by itself. And then I guess you just drop the ammo in. So let's do that.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Me no reading. I'm not reading the instructions.
I don't like the look of this. That is no way that's gonna work.
I'm not reading any instructions.
This is not
I don't
good.
like how that went in.
Bad. It went bad.
Yeah, it just went bad. Hold on a second.
Oh, there's no way.
We got to do this right. Hold on. Yeah, I wonder if this is gonna like stay. I'm scared of if it's gonna stay the right way up. So let's just see. It should just, if we're dropping it in there, just go in. Let's drop it in. Be patient. Just wait here for a second, babyface. Have some kind of patience. I'm assuming we just drop all of this in here. I don't know how many you do at a time. That one looked like it went in wrong. Okay, so then let's...
God, there's no way. Jesus Christ, what are you doing over there? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's not working. I'm going to read the instructions for this thing. Hold on.
What's this thing called?
It's the speed loader. Hold on. Let me read the instructions, see what we're supposed to be doing here. I will read it. Okay, it says to load the speed mag, pull down the loading ring at the rate needed to drop in the... Oh, so you're not supposed to just...
It's just an assist on this.
Yeah, it's just an assist. Okay, fine. Let's do this the right way. Okay, so here we go. So I guess they just want you to pull it down one at a time, which I'm trying to understand how that's supposed to work. So there you go. Okay, so you're just pulling this down.
It's like a 22 magazine where you just pull it down as you look.
Basically, that's the principle of what it is right there.
It looks really big and really bulky and really terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tech, not a win. Not a win on my books.
Let's see. Hold on a
Great K
second.
bags are great. This, no thanks.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that. I think I watched a video here of them.
We'll have to see. Go ahead.
Two people trying to load next to each other. One guy with a regular Stanag and one with this X-Tech
I
mag.
want to just drop my ammo in there and then it all loads up.
I think they picked the dumbest person ever to try to load a Stanag because he's like...
Yeah. So I guess this just allows you, like a 22, to pull the thing down.
Yeah.
As you load it.
As you load it.
I think it would probably be good for people with maybe weak arms, weak hands. I don't know. There's probably a purpose there. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that's faster. That's my thing. Like, how is that faster than how you would normally load? By just... Because I guess, yes, you could do that, but it's not that difficult.
This,
to load an AR mag. Because, look, I'll show you guys here with a... So, here we go. This is a mag pull. So, here's how you load it.
Yeah.
Just drop it in.
Yeah.
And just push it down. So...
Have you ever looked at those
really
as seen on TV product and gone, who the fuck? Why would you want this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what the benefit like of speed is of that. Like, you know, if you could just drop them in there.
Maybe if you got weak hands or something. The elderly can load their AR.
Because this is what I do loading a magazine. I don't find AR magazines hard to load.
No. What's
sure.
the price on it? I guess that's a big thing.
Is it for pull it up, see if it's on sale.
Oh.
What the price of them is. I don't know. Now I got to put all this ammo back in this thing. After we did that. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. You know what the thing is? I have to see, like, how fast can we shoot this and then load it up again versus we'll have to do that thing that they're doing
Should we run it over and drag it behind the car and then shoot it with an AK and see how tough it is?
First, let's see if it actually works like as a magazine is supposed to work. You know? And we need a machine gun, Walter, in order to test it.
Okay. All right.
We're going to need a machine gun. See if we can
load it. It might not look like I'm paying attention, but I'm listening.
Yeah. You're looking at the auction.
Yeah, because I'm just seeing some stuff that I...
It's stupid, right? How stupid.
Yeah. Well, okay, I had on the auction, I had a 6 Sauer P6, which is a P225. It was I think I bought it from Century Arms. It was a surplus gun, but like brand new, in the box, target, from the factory, all the paperwork. I think I paid maybe, I don't know, I probably paid $2.25 for it, something like that. $600 I got for that. And do I feel bad? I don't feel bad. Why should I feel bad? I had no reserve on it or anything. So you might have got that for $45, but guess what? when you buy your guns in the pandemic, And
Listen,
I'm trying to.
it's fair market rules, right? It's
No, it
capitalism.
is. It's capitalism.
Yeah,
it's
it's buy
absolutely. I'm
low,
not,
sell high.
Okay, you know what one of the
Yeah.
guns I bought? And I bought a Army Tangfangalo Giuseppe GT 25 auto pistol, 25 caliber pistol.
God,
It's basically a little inexpensive
Tank
25.
folio?
Yeah,
yeah.
Think Folio.
Yeah.
It was made in Italy, imported by XM, I think in Miami. Okay, I bought that, and I bought an old.
Sounds like a Fiat.
I bought a Steyr 32 or 20, I think a 25 also.
I was about to say.
An antique gun, so we'll have to bust them. And the reason I bought 25 is because I got a shit pile of 25 thanks to Walmart. So
That was one of those, yeah. Yeah,
remember the good old days when the Walmart had ammo on clearance?
Yeah, nobody bought that. And then I was like, I'll buy all the 25.
I had a Stevens pump shotgun, Stevens 350 pump shotgun. It's made in China. I think I bought it for $115 about 2 years ago. $425.
Wow. Wait, you bought it for how much again?
115.
How many years? 5 years ago?
A couple years ago.
Couple years. Okay.
Couple years ago.
That's
when
better
things
than
were
the
really
stock market.
well. Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Better than buying gold or silver. This is what $8, by the way.
Some things on the stock. Let's see what's going up here.
Have you seen this by Butler Creek?
Wait, this is a YouTube video. Okay, hold on.
Yes. Have you seen this mag loader from Butler Creek?
Hold
the electric
on,
one?
Yeah.
Let me see.
You literally just up in your
You
ammo
dump it in and just.
Yeah, I need something like that, man. To be honest
put
with
your
you.
mag
Hold
on it, and it
let's
just fills the bag.
Yeah, hold. I'll roll this video in here.
Patrick, did you see how much that the 1903 Colt sold?
This is like a money counting machine or something.
5 something?
Look at.
Yeah, it was like 5 something. Yeah.
What did I pay for my
system
shit one?
ready.
260?
Something, and that was from the same auction house.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So you can dial up this magazine size. Oh, you just throw it in. Okay.
And you just and it fills it.
Doesn't matter which way you put it in, backwards.
Nope. You
Then
just
click
dump
it
the
in.
ammo in.
Dump it in. Dump it, honey. Dump it.
Okay, yeah.
And then it auto loads it for you.
Yeah, that's what we need. They should have these at SHOT Show.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I want. How much is that?
It's like $250 or something.
Yeah, that's not bad. Over time, it's
The
not bad.
Palmetto State Armory had it on sale for $199 not that long ago, and I was very close to buying it
Almost
just
pulled
because
the trigger on it, huh?
yeah, but then I was like, $199. Why am I spending $200 on a fucking mag loader when I have God gave me thumbs for a reason?
Yeah. So let me go back to some other things I did want to talk about in regards to this whole Remington thing before we get away from the entire subject. So there was some news of like the workers, right? The people who are going to be affected and all this kind of stuff, the jobs. And this I found in the Observer Dispatch, which I think is it's in a Utica paper, upstate New York paper. It says Remington Arms workers in Lyon have on paid leave amid company's uncertain future. Employees at the Lyon Remington Arms plant are on paid leave until at least Monday as the company awaits word from federal bankruptcy court about an auction of the company's assets. Billy Hogue, Remington's vice president of operations, says Lyon employees were given instructions Thursday to stay home through Monday at this time. They will be given information prior to Monday on any next steps, which Hogue said have not yet been determined at this time. Reports of more furloughs instituted at the Lyon plant are inaccurate, Hogue said. The reason they were sent home on special leave is that they have a lack of materials to make product. He said it doesn't really make sense to have people in the factory right now. And then it goes on to talk about the Remington Outdoor Company, which has sites in Alabama, North Carolina, and Arkansas, as well as Lyon filed for bankruptcy in late July. Around 300 employees were furloughed in July, had since returned to work prior to Thursday. And he says he could not answer whether there will be furloughs starting Tuesday, as company officials will wait to see what sort of cash Remington will have to operate with once the bids are finalized. So, I know there was a lot of different stuff coming out about, the employees and stuff like that. It's a tough deal. It's, if you're those people that live and work there, and this is happening to the company that you work for. It's kind of tough. I would have been reading the tea leaves here and making plans, but
it was in the, it was it's been in the news for a while.
Yeah, it's tough. And look, let's say you're someone buying into these companies. Do you want to keep? So you're buying this company. Do you want to keep it in a state that's anti-gun?
Well, you have to weigh the cost of moving everything too.
Yeah. Babyface is looking at something on the auction. He's not saying.
He's laughing.
No, X-Ring is live right now, and he's announcing some new product he's making.
You're
Ray?
looking. Yeah, you're looking at.
I was just watching. Yeah.
So,
sorry, I got distracted. When the Microtech guy comes on, I gotta shout out.
Right. Yeah. So listen, I know that's tough out there for the employees, but we got to realize that I don't think these companies want to stay in places that are anti-gun. They don't want to make that investment.
Why would you though? It sucks for the people that aren't willing to move. If you're not willing to relocate for your company, it's gonna suck. But as a company, if I owned a company, there's no way I'm founding my company in a anti-gun why would you found a business in any place other than Texas, Florida, Georgia, where there's no state income tax, taxes are lower?
There's a lot of states that are anti-industry. It's not just anti-gun. California is banning any you cannot manufacture, or I guess the proposed law is that you will not be able to manufacture combustion engine cars after what is it, 2030 or something?
2035.
Oh, and he also banned guns.
2035. Yeah.
He can't ban guns.
Have you thought about how? I know, Hank, you like your electric cars and electric vehicles. Have you thought about how that potentially can make you reliant on the government? On
electricity?
And their charging stations.
And yes, gasoline engine is the best thing you can do to be off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And then
big ass diesel.
So even if I get an electric car, that's not gonna be my only means of transportation ever.
And all those, and there's also been this thing. Well, you hook up your air conditioner and let the power company regulate your power. And then when the power gets tough, they just turn your power off.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think is so funny is people. I don't understand how Californians aren't up in arms about the brownouts and whatnot that they're having right now. The power company can't make enough power to supply the whole city, and they're browning out.
I think people in California are up in arms about lots of things. California on its own, without the politicians and all the crazy laws, is a beautiful place, but everything has a price. It's like if you're dating a supermodel chick, there's a massive price for that.
Have you seen pictures of Afghanistan? It's a fucking beautiful country.
No.
Yeah. But it's a shithole.
Do you want to fucking live there?
What are you talking about?
When you gotta flush the toilet, called scoop it out and throw it outside.
Yeah.
That is a shithole.
No, listen.
Pictures of Afghanistan, it's beautiful.
I don't care how beautiful.
Wait. Where in Afghanistan is beautiful exactly?
The mountainous areas and whatnot are gorgeous.
Oh, I'm sure they're fantastic.
Okay. The mountains from a distance are beautiful. California is actually a beautiful place. It is.
It's the same though. That's just live there.
Look,
kind of runs both of them.
Before the leftists got a hold of California, it was a very productive place too.
It was. That's what's so
a lot
sad.
of industry, a lot of this, and now it's okay. The tech people are still there, but they're a bunch of weenies.
And those fucks are going to. Man, I'm getting on a cursing roll right now.
And I hate to say something.
In Texas next, if
not offend any tech people, but if you make program, and you make. You don't make anything. You don't make anything physical. You in a month your program's out of date. So you don't make a car. You don't make a refrigerator. You don't make cement blocks. You don't make tile. You don't make anything.
In an apocalypse, you would be useless. It's always been my.
I don't think a lot of the programming is done in America either. Maybe some ideas, some supervision.
A lot of it's done still here.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Working with the big G company, I can tell you how a lot of that's run. It depends on.
Yeah. M. Gabriel says California's getting rid of engines to try to get Tesla to stay. I don't see Tesla staying there for anything.
Elon Musk has already said he's peacing out because they shut his plant down.
Yeah, but California is gonna make a leaving tax. So just
How do you
enforce a leaving tax?
No, wait. Have you guys never paid a tax to leave a place? Because
No!
I have one time.
That's nuts.
Let me tell you this story. So way back in like the early 90s, I went to Mexico, right? I went to Cancun with my girlfriend at the time. Okay. And I was, I think I was like maybe 20 years old or something. Saved up money, paid like on installment plans to go out to Cancun. Had money to go out there, went out there, had a good time and all this kind of stuff. Spent most of the money. Nowhere in my mind did I think that when I had money to get back, to pay for my car that was in the, in the parking lot of the airport, all of that. I didn't know that Mexico was going to charge me a fee to leave.
That's what they do. That's what they do in Belize too.
Yeah. So I had to...
And I had a freak out when that happened.
Me too.
Just like,
wait, how does this work?
They tax you for leaving.
For leaving.
Why don't you just tell him, I'll pay it later. I'm never coming back.
No such thing. You can't get on the plane if you don't pay that. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so have you seen the California? They want to garnish your income for 10 years after leaving California.
How are they going to do that?
Have you seen? This is a thing that they're trying to do. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and you know what?
God
bless them.
Can you imagine?
This is what they do. This is what they do to try to get you to stay.
Can you imagine being so greedy that you're like, listen, yeah, you can leave, but we're gonna come after your money for the next 10 years. You deal with that. It's like, fuck you, I don't live here anymore.
Just go to a state that is like a California sanctuary state.
They tried to do this. Did you ever hear the story of the guy that they tried to tax this way who was living in Las Vegas? He built a business in California, moved out of California, and then closed the business down and took his money with him. Mm-hmm. And they tried to take him to court that he hadn't paid taxes or whatnot, the tax laws. And he was like, I don't fucking live in California. I'm not paying it was like real estate taxes and stuff. He's like, I haven't been there for 10 years. I'm not fucking paying that. So they took him to court, and then they were like, oh, you can only have to pay half of it, and it will be good. He's like, I'm not paying any of it.
Yeah, extortion.
And he ended up winning, but it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, California and all their sanctuary and illegals and
it's not going to work.
And harboring the pedophiles and everything else. Yeah, they can just
it's not working. They're doing this because so many people are getting out. Someone was talking about Ben Shapiro and his employees leaving. I saw that Joe Rogan already left.
He said Texas.
Yeah, he's in Texas. Yeah.
He's in Texas.
Yeah.
Don't listen. Nobody's going to listen. We have 90 people watching. Then Joe Rogan's not going to watch this. Don't bring your shitty-ass politics with you to Texas.
Yeah. How do you know Joe Rogan doesn't watch this? How do you know he's not sitting in his living room in Texas smoking a big fat doobie? Yeah, with a pink shirt on watching.
Do not bring your shit-ass politics. The reason you're leaving, don't bring that shit with you to Texas.
Right. Don't bring it to Florida either, by the way.
God, please don't.
A lot of people have already been bringing crap here. Yeah.
Leave your ideas in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're not. It's not just. It's not just California, by the way. New York, a lot of people are leaving. All these states. Yeah, all of these states with their draconian laws and restrictions and all that kind of stuff. People are like, yeah, I'm out.
And let me tell you something good too. I know somebody that owns apartments in New York City, and he has somebody that owes like $12,000 worth of rent. He can't file for the eviction because the courts are effing closed.
What?
Because of the COVID stuff.
Court? I feel like court can't be closed. That's an important thing.
No, it's closed. Well, yeah, they can be. They've released
he
prisoners
can't even
and
file it. He can't even file it. And he's a lawyer too, by the way. Yeah. He can't even file it, like get in line kind of thing like that. No.
Yeah, someone says.
In the meantime, the deadbeat is in his apartment building, living for free. Yep. Back in the old days, they drove fucking ass out the window. But
the right people.
Yeah. Yeah, Len Holt says, Babyface P, tell him how to pronounce that town. What town?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. M. Gabriel says, didn't Coleon leave? Coleon doesn't live in California. He lives in Texas.
He lives in Texas. Yeah, he's always lived in Texas.
Yeah, he might have been. I think might have been out in California doing something last couple of days. I saw he did a Flux defense video.
I have no interest in traveling to California anymore. It sucks.
I would like to see California, actually. Drive up Pacific Coast Highway, do all that stuff.
I know we said this already, and you got mad.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I'm not mad because of that. I'm just mad because of a bunch of commies. That's all.
They're ruining
and I'm mad
beautiful place.
It used to be that California was like one of the centers of like aviation, the aviation industry, and a lot of technology and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now
It's been ruined.
And now those companies are all getting the hell out of there because it's just, everything creates cancer in California.
Walter, big tech doesn't want to be there. The big tech people don't want to be there.
They're trying to get rid of all that. Well, why would you want to pay? One of the guys that I used to work with him and his fiance moved to California, moved to San Francisco, and they wanted to have a studio apartment next to the office, near the office in downtown San Francisco. So they literally had a efficiency apartment. So it wasn't even a one bedroom. It was studio. They were like, everything's in one.
3,000?
400 square feet, something like that. 300 square feet, $4,000 a month.
Ooh, no.
What?
In Florida, that is a big mansion.
You're thinking of a big ass house for $4,000 a month.
$4,000 a month, mortgage of $4,000 a month. I could have here in Gainesville. I could have a literal mansion.
Yeah. Don't buy that in Gainesville. Gainesville doesn't have Gainesville real estate values don't actually go over $225,000. Nothing here. Even though there's people that have like $1 million homes here, that's all a big scam.
I don't believe you.
The average. I'm just telling you, man. The average price of houses here should be like $225, but it is, which it is. But there's people that have all these big. It makes no sense for you to be in a community that all the houses are worth $200,000, and then you have the $1 million one. You don't actually have the $1 million one. There's no that's what you feel or how much money you put into it.
I feel that.
Trust me, I went through the real estate crash from what was that, 2009 or something? No.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah. I went through that living in West Palm Beach. So I could tell you something about what you think the value of a home is and what it actually is. I mean, so I remember like the place that we bought for like 300 something. And we sold it when it was like at $500,000, and all the people, it was like a McMansion in one of these, it was like a new community. All the people are like, why are you leaving here? These things are all going to be $1 million. I was like, you guys are crazy. I'm out. Yeah. None of those things are like 2 something right now.
Yep.
What you think is value in something can get pulled out from you really, really, really fast. So. Just saying.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it. If you're looking at a neighborhood and let's say the value of the homes is $100,000 and you buy a $200,000 home, you are doing the most ridiculous thing you could do in that neighborhood because you're always going to get averaged into what the neighborhood is. So I know, boring real estate thing nobody wants to hear about. Right? No one wants to hear that. Babyface right now is looking,
guns. Guns.
Looking for his next machine
San
gun.
Francisco is crazy.
Yeah.
California in general is crazy prices.
All those apartments that he was talking about, they're empty now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't fill those apartments.
Yeah.
That's the problem, or one of the problems.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people up there working for Google and stuff like that, and you're making all this money, and all the money is going right back into that. And there's a lot of people, I've looked at videos about people who live in those places that are literally living in their car or living in old RVs and stuff like that.
In RVs,
yeah. So when you make minimum wage $20-$30 an hour.
Well, hey, here's a story about making minimum wage. Kind of, my daughter who lives in New Orleans, who was working for herself, but there's some complications with that and everything right now. She was, these places have people testing people for COVID, taking temperatures and all that, and the going rate was like $30-something an hour to be a tester. So now what they've done, maybe because things are whatever reason, they backed it down to 17, which is still pretty good for we're going to wander over somebody's head, and the people weren't showing up to work.
What is wrong with you? I'll show up for that if I got fired.
So my daughter's doing it. No problem.
Man, I remember when minimum wage was $3.35 an hour.
I got news for you. I remember when minimum wage was like $1.75.
Yeah.
When I first started working, like at Winn-Dixie, it was like that. Then I go $2.25, and then
I honestly don't think I've ever worked a minimum wage job. I think I've been pretty lucky. I've worked hard though, because I worked construction and then I worked at a fucking theme park, but I've never actually worked at a minimum wage job.
That's the problem with these millennials or whatever.
Buying knives all the time.
To turn down $17 an hour just for taking people's temperature?
Hell no, I'd do it.
I mean,
listen, I'm a YouTuber. I don't make $17 an hour.
And she said like for 6
I
hours.
make like 17 cents every hour.
6 hours of that, you're doing nothing.
That sounds great. I'll sit around on my ass and do nothing.
How tough is it to take people? What are you taking people's temperature with?
You're getting
a temporal.
An anal probe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, you're just lasering them, right?
Yeah, you're using that.
Yeah,
it's hazard pay. You're getting paid hazard pay.
They could pay me twice that because I got two hands. I could
Let's go. Let's go,
I could
folks.
dual wield. I mean, seriously.
But really, when it comes down to it, the high price is to me seems like hazard pay because you could catch COVID potentially.
You could.
But what's the likelihood of you catching COVID?
Not very much.
And if you do, you're just going to be
the same likelihood of you catching it anyway.
Oh, speaking of that, one of my friends here locally, Mama and his mother and father got it.
How are they feeling? Did they report symptoms?
He had pneumonia, but I guess he's getting better, and she just had some other things. But yeah, he got it from somebody he was working with, and then he brought it home and gave it to the wife. So
she's happy, I bet.
But once again,
sounds like what happened to Trudeau. I don't trust that story. I would verify that. That's like how Trudeau's wife got it from what's the name of Black Superman?
Oh yeah, I don't. Yes.
What's that guy's name?
Just happened to catch it from him. Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba. Yeah, how does your wife get it from Idris Elba, but you're fine?
Just picked it up.
Yeah. What's Idris Elba doing with your wife that you're not? You know what I'm saying? If let me just explain something to you. If your wife gets it from Idris Elba, she needs to give it to you and then say, "Oh, you gave it to me." Because seriously, what is happening? What's going on there? Yeah. Little something's out of order right there.
Funny stuff's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see okay, you know what? We got to talk about this before we leave. This is just a crazy story for FreeForAll Monday. This is on CNN. I'm gonna share this with you guys. You guys have seen this already. So, okay, I don't know. A man covered his face with tattoos and turned his eyes black. He says it cost him his kindergarten teaching job. Here's a picture of this guy, I'm assuming.
Have you ever heard the phrase "no shit, Sherlock"?
Have you ever heard the phrase "sideshow freak"?
Yeah.
And people like that's what people used to go see in the sideshow.
But let me say this to you.
Tattooed man.
But let me say this to you. Look, I'm not speaking for Walter or Patrick here. I think you could do whatever you want to with your body. This is what I believe. Right?
Yeah.
We've got friends. My friend Josh has tattoos everywhere. He's got piercings, all kinds of body mods or whatever. He's one of the coolest dudes I know.
But don't expect to be the Walmart greeter like that.
Yeah.
They don't.
But then again, I had the right not to hire your ass.
Exactly.
So, yes. But this dude did all of this. He does not. Josh is a really nice guy. If you see Josh, you guys have seen, he's been on the show and everything, right? He's really cool. Let me just show you guys one more again what we're talking about here. This dude looks like this. Okay? He looks like an alien lizard baby.
He looks like a demon lizard man. Yeah.
He made his
like
eyes
a person from the sideshow.
Yeah, he made his eyes all black, And then guess where he wants to work? Guess where he wants to work? Does he want to work at Walmart? Does he want to be a police officer? Does he want to do, whatever? No, he wants to work in a kindergarten.
Well, there's probably a reason why he wants to work in the kindergarten.
He wants to work in kindergarten with the little kids. Little kids at that age are afraid of Santa Claus.
I saw when you said that. That was funny. Yeah, could you imagine that?
Yeah, this is insanity. He says, so here it goes. It says, a school teacher whose body, face, and tongue are covered in tattoos and who has the whites of his eyes surgically turned black said he was prevented from teaching at a French kindergarten, not an American kindergarten.
Even the French didn't like him.
Yeah, French kindergarten after a parent complained he scared their child. One parent? That's it. That's the only one complaint. But the teacher, Sylvain Helene, 35, still teaches children from the age of 6 up and said that an initial shock when they see him for the first time, his pupils see past his experience. All of my students and their parents were always cool with me because basically they knew me, said Helene, who estimated he spent around 460 hours under the tattooist needle. It's only when people see me from far away that they can assume the worst.
No.
Can you imagine dropping your kid off to kindergarten the first day? You guys ever went through that?
Do you know what it comes down to? I can tell you don't know how to make good decisions. That's what tattooing the whites of your eyeballs can cause you to go blind very easily. You don't know how to make good decisions. I don't want you around children. Sorry, end of question.
Yeah. So I remember this, Walt. I don't know if you remember. I remember taking my kids to school the first time. I remember that experience.
I don't know if Walt remembers you taking your kids to school the first time.
I mean, he's got to remember his kids. Come on now. So the thing is that imagine you're going up to the school, you see this guy.
You fuck right off back to the
I
car.
am just doing zip.
Yeah.
Like, no way, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all for him being able to be whatever he is, but that's just crazy.
And teach kids.
Yeah.
Cops. You said he's not a cop. Cops don't even allow that. Fire department?
No,
they don't allow that. You have to, if you have tattoos, you have to cover them during your work. You can't just.
It's too much. Bottom line, it's too much of a distraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't have
So
it.
You show up at Granny's house and she's having a hard time breathing, and you look like a demon.
Give her fucking arm.
But listen,
Granny.
they didn't fire him. They moved him to primary school. They just said, hey, you can't teach kindergartners. They didn't say, no, that's it, you're fired, you're out of here, and all of that. They said, you can't teach kindergartners, dude.
Yeah, there is a thing. They have things called dress codes. So,
I just always remember, and I think I've told you guys this before. I remember when I lived in Nigeria, it was a Christmas time, and these people had the bright idea. I think my mom and her friend owned a kindergarten type school or a nursery school. And her friend owned it. My mom helped them run it. And my mom was like, oh, you should do Santa Claus for the kids. And I dressed up as Santa Claus. So imagine these little Nigerian babies seeing a black kid in a red suit with like a white beard and white hair and the hood and all that. They started running, screaming, crying. Seriously. They thought they were looking at a demon.
Something similar but different. When your little kids all see like Mickey Mouse and these other characters at a distance.
Oh yeah.
Everything is cool. Mm-hmm. But when Mickey Mouse or Minnie or Goofy standing right next to him, it's like, oh my God, get me the F away from this.
It's called survival instinct.
Yes.
It's called survival.
Or you take your little kid, little Johnny, to sit on Santa's lap.
Hate it.
And Dad's like,
and they piss all over him on accident. Or Santa getting peed on by kids.
Yeah, Black Source Shinobi says, you kill Granny, laugh out loud, Walter, you kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. Here, duck, ma'am, come in and check your, like an EMT, or like, and all of a sudden she opens the door and there's the demon seed.
Yeah.
It's like, boom, dead Granny. Done.
Yeah. People are free to do stuff, and other human beings are free to go, what the hell? What's up with that? So, it's just the way of the world. It's the way of the world. Doing this, you know how many comments I have of people like, why is your hair cut like that? Seriously.
Oh, you got your hair cut, I see.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, people ask me why I have a mohawk. There's people on the YouTube channel side of this. There's been comments of people, I can't watch a black guy with a mohawk. all of that crap.
Oh! I got one thing to say before we leave. You know who endorsed Biden?
Yes, I heard about this.
Ooh,
oh my effing God!
The Rock.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Who gives an
The Rock. Yeah, I don't
you
care.
You see how buff that dude? You see how pumped up he was when he did that?
Yeah, you know why? Do you know why?
Was he trying to get Camilla? What's the deal?
Do you know why he's all pumped up? It's this little thing called steroids.
Oh, a roid ranger. He's a roid ranger.
Yeah. Do you think any one of these guys that looks like that au natural? I don't think so.
Creepy Joe in the hoe. That's all.
By the way, Dave Sailors is out there. I see Dave. He says, "Can we say I just can't even?"
You can say it, Dave.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Look, people have the right to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, they can do what they want. I just advise them to keep some of these things to themselves.
Yeah. But The Rock is on steroids. You got to realize that's not a person. That long exposure to steroids, man. I like The Rock. I like his movies. In the movies and everything, it's awesome. But I am not gonna go vote with who The Rock is voting with. And obviously, he's mentally incapacitated by all the steroids.
I think you see some of this stuff coming out now is going to be act of desperation.
Yeah, All Thumb says no. The Rock eats a lot of fish.
What does that even mean?
And those fish are on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. He eats he eats a fish that's swimming in an ocean of steroids. James Miller says, if it was between Kaylee Anthony and the Demon Seed teaching your kids, which would you pick?
Kaylee Anthony? Who's
the one that she's going to kill their daughter? Remember in Orlando?
Homeschool. I'll just go with
she was a single girl, killed her daughter, and then lied about it. They found her.
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony.
And she got off.
She could get off in other ways too,
Yeah. So, all right, listen, let's wrap it up here. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, why are we picking between the child murderer,
a murderous hottie, or a guy that? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I don't want either.
How about none?
Yeah, how fast? Fast.
Yeah. Kids don't need it. They don't need an education.
We're gonna go on a long trip. They're gonna skip that year.
Yeah, School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, they don't really need to go to school. Look, we took the kids out of school for months. They don't need it.
That's right.
Yeah, look what's
You know how many kids we saved? All right, listen. Let's
it's funny. One last thing on that idea. My machinist and his has 3 boys, and now that school started back, they're all sick again.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Like usual.
Yeah.
As soon as they get into that school system and all them bugs, not COVID, just a normal lung.
Chris's sons they're indestructible, those boys. I know them well.
Little tornadoes.
A little bit. They could, if you want something taken apart, if you have a tank or something that's old and rusty and you can't seem to get it taken apart, I guarantee you you leave those kids with that tank, it'll be in pieces.
They might be able to.
Yeah, but they're listen, that's called rambunctious.
Well, that's how they're supposed to be.
Yes, right. Absolutely. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
Okay, listen. Let's big shout out to Chris, by the way. Let's wrap this up here. I'm leaving you guys with that thought. Hopefully you won't have nightmares of being in kindergarten with that guy. Let's start with let's go to Babyface P and figure out how you guys can keep up with Babyface P after the show.
YouTube.com/BabyfaceP. I had a video went live today. The MP5 may start next week. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what comes up. But that's it. That's me.
All right. Very good. Walther Face P, how can the people...
And I am not working on an MP5. You can follow us on...
Walter's just watching this whole thing from the sidelines.
I don't have an MP5 kit. I do have sent me kits and HK parts. I'll have a pretty good pile of stuff, actually. Mm-hmm. And a couple receivers that are already made. Anyways, that's another story. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Safety Harbor Firearms, the Dirtfoot Racing, the go-kart mini bike stuff on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. There's stenparts.com, for all your Sten part needs, and safetyharborfirearms.com too. And you can always call the shop. So.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. All right. So on my part, I want to thank everyone for joining us here. Big shout out to Safety Harbor Firearms for helping keep the show going. Dave Saylor says that's the funniest thing I've heard all day. Dave is from Liberty Suppressor. Shout out to them.
Oh yeah.
Makers of fine suppressors.
By the way, I do have a tri-lug for my Mystic, and it will be test fired with a Mystic on it.
Oh, very cool.
Just saying.
Cool. As soon as it cools off a little bit here, we busting some more 50 cal caps too.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And then they've got that Gatling gun. What's that thing called again?
Oh, I want to see that thing.
The what's the thing that Liberty's been? What is that?
I don't remember what the suppressor's called, but he has.
Yeah,
they made a suppressor for the Gatling gun, the 9mm Gatling gun.
Yeah.
So cool.
Trey has one of those too. Trey has one of those things. I can't remember.
That suppressor looks awesome.
The 9mm one that you crank, right?
Yeah. It's a 9mm Gatling gun.
What is that called? What's that one called?
9mm Gatling gun.
What's the name of the company? Okay,
It's
Dave.
been a really good show tonight, and we'd like to just say goodnight.
Yeah, we're going to crash it all here. Stay right there. Let me play the end right now. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the thumbs up. Ring the bell so you can be notified whenever we go live.
There's this guy on YouTube. I just typed 9mm Gatling gun YouTube. This dude named Hank Strange, his video comes up as the first thing. Tippmann Armory.
There you go. Boom.
Maybe that guy should go out there and make another video with.
That's why you have the internet. Tippmann. Yeah, everyone's saying Tippmann. All right, listen, big thanks. Shout out to everyone for being here. Thanks. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with more of this craziness. We'll see you then. Who wants the final word? Who wants the last word?
Peace out.
Peace out. We'll see you guys. Going out with a whisper. See ya.